The chef needs to use an oven to boil 100 milliliters of water in 5 minutes for a new experimental recipe. The temperature of the water must reach 100 degrees centigrade in order to boil. The temperature T of 100 milliliters of water T minutes after being placed into an oven set to T0 degrees Celsius can be modelled by the equation below. In a preliminary experiment, the chef placed a 100 milliliter bowl of water into an oven that had been heated to T0 is 200 degrees Celsius. What's the temperature of the water at the moment it's placed in the oven? Well, that's just T of 0, which would be T0, which in this case is 200. Take away, now e to the 0 is 1, so 175. So that is going to be 25 degrees Celsius. What's the temperature of the water 5 minutes after being placed in? So we know that time was in minutes. I underlined that up there. So T of 5 is going to be 200. Take away 175 e to the negative 0.07 times 5. And we just need to calculate that. So that is going to be 200. Take away 1.75 times e to the negative 0.07 times 5. Oh, for some reason I did 1.75 there. 175. That's better. 76.68. What change could be made to the temperature at which the oven is set in order to achieve the 5-minute boiling requirement? So, in other words, what could we do to T0? Well, what's the short form here? So 100, take away our last answer, is 23. So let's add 23.32 to this. So, and then we get 223.32 degrees Celsius. Okay, so assume that T0 is still 200. Determine the rate of increase in the temperature of the water 5 minutes after being placed in the oven. Give your answer rounded to 2 decimal places. So we know that T was 200. Take away 175 e to the negative 0.07 t. So dt and dt would be, so we're going to have that 175, multiply that by 0.07. The 200 obviously disappears. So that is going to be 12.25. That's the negative 0.07 times negative 175 e to the negative 0.07 t. And then we want dt, given that t equals 5. So that is going to be 12.25 multiplied by e to the negative 0.07 times 5 gives us 8.63, and that would be degrees C per minute. So, explain what happens to the rate of change of the temperature of the water as time increases and how this relates to the temperature of the water. So, if that's T0, we know this is an exponential, and so initially this is going to increase quickly, but then it will come over and it will asymptote to T0. So we know that T will tend to T0 as T tends to infinity. I think that does it. The mark scheme, basically describes what I've drawn there in words, but to me, drawing a picture like this is as good as any written explanation. So I think I've described the trend in what's happening to the temperature, and I've stated this so we can see the asymptotes.